You should have ended it in 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made the deal.
Welcome to the Daily Korea News. I'm Annie. Our top stories for today focus on major developments in global conflicts and their implications for Africa and the world. Ukraine war anniversary 3 years into Russia's invasion of Ukraine. US President Donald Trump has taken a controversial stance, placing blame on Ukraine for the conflict. Sudan's political crisis has taken a dramatic turn. Kenya's development has created diplomatic tensions. Europe leaders gathered in Paris to discuss their response to the Ukraine conflict. The headlines. Ukraine war anniversary 3 years into Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Dramatic shifts are reshaping the conflict's future. High-level peace talks have begun, but in an unexpected turn, Ukraine finds itself excluded from crucial negotiations. In a significant meeting held in Saudi Arabia, Russian and American officials met to discuss Ukraine's fate. But without Ukraine present, President Zelenskyy expressed surprise at this exclusion, saying, "You can talk about anything, but no decision about ending the war in Ukraine can be made without Ukraine." Adding to the complexity, US President Donald Trump has taken a controversial stance, placing blame on Ukraine for the conflict. Trump stated, and I quote, "You should have ended it 3 years ago. You should have never started it." He's now pushing for elections in Ukraine despite the ongoing war, making such polls legally impossible. The situation has put Ukrainian President Zelenskyy in a precarious position. His approval rating have plummeted from 90% at the worst to 57% currently. He now faces the difficult choice, accept a peace deal that might cost him his presidency or risk further international isolation. Turning to Africa, Sudan's political crisis has taken a dramatic turn. The Sudanese government has strongly condemned Kenya for hosting rebel forces known as the Rapid Support Forces, or RSF. These rebels, who have been fighting the Sudanese army for nearly 2 years, are planning to announce a parallel government from Nairobi. This development threatens to effectively split Sudan into two competing governments, raising serious concerns about regional stability. The RSF currently controls significant territory within Sudan and plans to establish their own administrations in these areas. This isn't the first time Sudan has faced such division. The country previously split into Sudan and South Sudan in 2011. This new crisis could lead to further fragmentation and create significant refugee flows into neighboring nations. Meanwhile, in Europe, leaders gathered in Paris to discuss their response to the Ukraine conflict. Key issues include supporting Ukraine if US aid stops, increasing European defense spending, the possibility of deploying European soldiers to Ukraine. Russian President Putin appears to be achieving his long-term objectives. His patient approach has paid off as Western support for Ukraine weakens. The United States is showing declining interest in funding the war, while Europe struggles to find consensus on assistance measures. I'm Annie, and you are watching the Daily Korea News.